Okairi, welcome back to my channel, May Between the Pages. My name is Taylor, and today we are doing the fourth installment in Guess That Book. Now, today we are at a different angle. We're looking a little more casual. We also have a guest host in Pretzel today, so we're kind of changing it up a little bit for this series on my channel. But as always, I am excited to bring you guys the next set of challenges. If you're not aware of this challenge on my channel, I always link the previous videos down below, but you can look at the first video, and that really explains in depth what this is. But essentially, every month on my channel, I give 5 hints for 3 different books, and you leave in the comments down below what books you think I'm hinting for. If the book is part of a series, you can get a total of 4 points. 2 for the name of the book itself, 1 for the name of the series, and another point for the name of the author. If the book is not part of a series, you can get a total of 3 points. Then I check all of the comments every month and keep track of how many points each person has, and the person who has the most points at the end of this year will receive a free book from me. I'm going to tell you the new challenge for this month first, and then I will finish this video by giving you the answers for last month in March. Book number 1 for April is part of a series, so you can get a total of 4 points. Pretzels, he's waking up and he doesn't really know how he wants to be held. Here we go. Your first hint is that this book is a sequel in a series that includes a large time and era jump. Hint number 2, the new technology in this world mixes with the original magic system from the first part of the series. Number 3, the group of characters in this book really embody the ragtag group of friends, working to solve a mystery, those kinds of vibes. Number 4 is that this book and this era specifically has a lot of humorous writing that isn't necessarily present in the first era. And book number 5, which I think is a big hint, is that the main character is a reluctant noble. On to book number 2, which is also part of a series, and you can get 4 total points. The first hint is that this book is a horror, which narrows it down drastically because I've only talked about so many horrors on my channel before. The second is that this book is about the deep sea. The third hint is that this book has representation of deafness, and I think it's very well done in my personal opinion. The fourth hint, which is a very big one, is that the author for this book has a separate and much more famous pen name besides the one that is on this book. And number 5 is that this book deals with mythological creatures. Book number 3 is also part of a series, so you can get a total of 4 points. The first hint is that this is a novella. The second hint is that this book has really lyrical writing, almost bordering on purple prose. I wouldn't quite call it that, but it is very lyrical and beautifully written. Your third hint is that this book has a lot of political intrigue as its main kind of linchpin point of drama. Number 4 is that this takes place in an Asian-based world, specifically Chinese-based. And number 5 is that this book deals with the trope of a story within a story. So we're hearing one of the characters in the book tell a story to another character in the book. I think that makes sense. Let me know your guesses in the comments down below. I love checking them every month, and I'm just so thankful to everyone who participates in this series. Now let's go ahead and talk about the answers for last month in March. The first book could get you a total of 3 points as it was not part of a series, and the answer is Lovely War by Julie Berry. I love this book. I love it so much more than I expected to, and I listened to the audiobook and I am determined to get a physical copy of this for the future. It's just got the perfect combination of romance and beautiful heartwarming vibes with meddling gods, and I never thought that I would love a historical romance essentially as much as I love this one. Book number 2 could get you a total of 4 points as it was part of a series, and that was An Ember in the Ashes by the series of the same name, An Ember in the Ashes, and the author was Sabaa Tahir. This is a series that I ended up loving more than I expected to when I picked it up. I really fell in love with the characters and the world, and I was really impressed by the stakes in this book. And it's a book that myself and a couple other booktubers have deemed grim dark light for very good reason. This is a very popular series, so I'm sure most people have heard of this, but if you haven't picked it up, I do highly recommend it. The third book could also get you a total of 4 points as it was part of a series, and that is Red Seas Under Red Skies, the second book in the Gentleman Bastard series written by Lynch. Now this book was so good. My favorite book in the entire series is still The Lies of Lochlabora, the first book, but this book just combined my love of like pirates and sea adventures in such a wonderful way with these witty characters that I love from the bottom of my heart. I really enjoy this installment in the series. Sorry, Pretzel was trying to go somewhere. I think he's all right now, maybe. He'll hang out for a little bit longer. He's in adventure mode, so he's kind of hard to corral at this point. But this is one of my favorite adult fantasy series of all time. I think the writing is hilarious, the characters are wonderful, and the world is captivating. So if you haven't picked this up, highly recommend it. Still waiting for the 4th book in the series, if Lynch will bless us with that at some point in the near future. Fingers crossed. But I have really fond memories of reading this second installment, Red Seas Under Red Skies. Give me my necklace, Pretzel! He said, yada. Now that I've extracted Pretzel from my necklace and everything, that concludes this month's installment of Guess That Book. Like I said earlier in this video, I'm so thankful to everyone who participates in this every month. It brings me so much joy. So I can't wait to see what you guys guess this month. And I hope that you got a lot of your guesses right last month. Actually, quite a bit of you nailed last month, so maybe I need to make these a bit harder because I think you guys are killing it. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and click that bell. I'd love to have you as part of this community, and I appreciate it. But for now, I'm gonna head out. Johnny!